Good evening, everybody, and greetings from New York City. I'm Scott Shannon, a professionally trained radio DJ and licensed by the FCC, coming to you direct from the CBS broadcast complex here in the Big Apple. When I first started in radio, all I knew is that I wanted to be a DJ. I lived, breathed, and ate radio. And I didn't think anyone else who felt that way about this business even existed until I met John Young. I would love to be there in person tonight, but unfortunately I could not work it out. But I would not miss this opportunity for the world to induct my friend John Young into the Tennessee Radio Hall of Fame.
Let's look back to when John first found out he had officially been inducted. It all came as a big surprise.
You know the voice.
Now meet the man.
From your news and information leader, this is News Channel 5 This Morning.
What a voice. That's John Young. He's the voice of News Channel 5 and has been for 20 years. And recently, our own Dave Nichols paid his old pal a visit with a big surprise.
So what we want to get is your reaction to being told that you have been elected in the class of 2015 to the Tennessee Radio Hall of Fame.
My gratitude is that here, decades later, I could still have an opportunity to do the job, the only job I ever wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Because these are things I never thought would happen. I didn't get into radio to be honored or acclaimed. I just got into it because I liked the work.
John may have liked the work, and the work certainly liked John. He was already behind the microphone at age 15, even before his senior year in high school.
I'll never forget my father came to see me one night at WGNS, my first job. And he stood there watching me and he said, "Now you know what you're doing, right?" I said, "Well, kind of, Dad, kind of." He said, "Well, Johnny, all you're doing is playing records." And I've thought about that. That's about what he saw. We're just playing records.
After graduation, he worked in Indianapolis, but only for a while. Then he came back to Nashville.
John brings to the table one of the most distinguishable imaging voices ever.
Good morning at 7:53. This is Z93's News Magazine for this Thursday morning.
For Weekend Atlanta.
Bill King appears on Z93, courtesy of the Atlanta Constitution. At this moment, it's sunny and clear downtown. We expect a high...
But with a talent as big as John's, the bigger markets came calling, and he was off to the legendary KILT in Houston. A little further down the road, he was programming Z93 in Atlanta, leading them to the #1 position in the market. You probably know John racked up a ton of awards along the way. Billboard Personality of the Year, R&R Station of the Year, Program Director of the Year, and a whole lot more. But more important than a bunch of awards, John made a bunch of friends. We caught up with a few of them and asked them for their thoughts on John.
Now let's take a few minutes and hear from some other folks who have had the honor of working with John Young.
My favorite memory of John Young. My favorite memory of John is him always being a caring individual. He'll call you just out of the blue and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Hey Nashville, it's Lonnie Lardner in sunny Southern California, congratulating my man, John Young, on an extraordinary broadcast career. I just want to wish you continued success and many more years of a happy, healthy life with Marlene. You are a total trailblazer. Love you.
Okay, 3 words to describe John. How about, no, that's not good enough. Hey, no, that's too good. Put me down for indescribable.
3 words. Caring, intense, and funny.
Let me tell you, I think when God himself gets laryngitis, he calls John Young to fill in for him. Or is that the other way around?
Seriously, John, love and congratulations from my wife Karen and me on a well-deserved honor. I know how you're feeling right now. It feels great.
As you can see, once you're John's friend, you stay John's friend. And I can think of no better lifetime friend and no one more deserving of the honor that will be bestowed upon him tonight. So please join me as we welcome John Young into the Tennessee Radio Hall of Fame.